Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. My name is Kevin Doe here with Equipboard. Today, I will be doing a review and demonstration of this silver little dandy. The pedal that I'm holding here is the Ramble Effects unProfessional Twin Bender Fuzz pedal. This is a 3-transistor fuzz pedal that is based off of what many people consider to be the holy grail of fuzzes, the Sound Tone Bender Mark II, with a couple of extra features for the modern player. The 3 transistors in this pedal are also 3 germanium transistors. However, using the germanium transistors really makes it a very authentic circuit akin to the classic Tone Bender and Fuzz Face. Now, this may look like a single sound fuzz pedal. However, there's a couple little things happening under the hood here. The first one being this mode switch right here that allows you to switch between the Mark II Pro circuit and what they're calling the Mark 1.5 circuit. What this essentially does is that it removes one of the transistors from the signal path when you are in Mark 1.5 mode, giving you a sound that's a bit more akin to a fuzz face than a tone bender. So, how do we control these 2 flavors of fuzz? Well, you have 2 knobs. You have a level knob here, which is essentially the volume of the fuzz, and this attack knob, which is basically your gain control. So the higher up you go, the more gain in your signal, the fuzzier you get. And there's also a couple other fun little features that you don't find on most other fuzz pedals. The first one being this impedance knob. Turned all the way clockwise, you're in stock impedance mode. But what it essentially acts like is basically like a sort of a preamp gain. So you can actually clean up the overall fuzz sound in the circuit by turning this knob counterclockwise. So this is handy if you want to reduce the total amount of gain if you're using a guitar with humbucking pickups as opposed to single coil pickups. If you're using something with a buffer that boosts the signal before hitting the fuzz, you can sort of dial that portion in on the input stage with this impedance control. You also have this 3-way toggle that gives you 3 different shapes of tone for each flavor of fuzz. In the middle, you have stock mode, push it up, and it bumps up the mid-range in the overall sound. And what's actually funny is that if you are in Mark 1.5 mode and you have the mid switch up, it actually sounds like a half-cocked wah sound, which is kind of interesting. Could be a lot of fun for you Jimmy enthusiasts out there. Push the switch all the way down, and you're in fat mode, which essentially just adds a lot of low end to your fuzz sound. So you get this nice beefy round bottom end that'll just that's pants shaking good. And finally, you have a bias control turned all the way clockwise. You're in stock mode. However, if you turn this counterclockwise, what you're essentially doing is you're starting to starve the transistors of signal. So the more you turn it this way, the more the fuzz will start to get spitty and spattery, all the way to a fully kind of choke sound. And on top of that, literally, we have 2 top-mounted jacks for your input and output. 9-volt DC barrel jack for powering it. So any 9-volt power supply that is appropriate for powering pedals should do nicely with this. And on top of that, this pedal is also true bypass with a soft touch true bypass switch. So no loud annoying pops here. Nice and soft. Now another thing about the classic fuzz circuit is that these pedals clean up remarkably well using just your guitar's volume control. So during the demonstration, if you happen to hear clean sound and the pedal still happens to be on, just know that that is accomplished by simply lowering the volume. And you really don't need to go far on the volume taper to get this thing to clean up. So you do get some nice clean sound options even while the pedal is on. What's also nice about this particular pedal is that it plays very well with buffers. So if you're using a buffered pedal in front of this, or you have this integrated into a switching system with buffered inputs and outputs, you have no worries about the buffer affecting this like they would affecting an actual vintage fuzz. For those who know, Vintage fuzzes like to be the first thing on the board. And anything with a buffer in front of it, it generally will not play nice with. However, Ramble Effects have solved that problem by making this pedal buffer friendly. Put it anywhere in your chain, integrate it into your switching system. Heck, make it second, third, fourth pedal on your board. It doesn't matter. So, enough about me rambling. Let's see how this pedal sounds. For this demonstration, I'll be using my René Roy custom electric guitar. Amp sounds will be provided courtesy my trusty UA Dream 65 pedal. And any room ambience that you hear is provided courtesy of the Brainworks Room plugin by Plugin Alliance. pedal for? Well, I'll tell you what, if you are a fan of the vintage fuzz tones of Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, basically all the great guitar players whose first names start with the letter J, this is a very good choice. The fact that this versatile circuit will give you the option of either having a Tone Better Mark II sound or a fuzz face style sound makes this pedal incredibly versatile. If you're also the kind of player who's kind of picky about their fuzz tone and would like the most tone shaping options possible, including bias, impedance, tone shaping, this is definitely a good pedal to reach for. At the same time, if you are a fan of those vintage fuzz pedals and don't have a lot of space on your board, because for those who know, fuzz faces and tone betters do not necessarily have the smallest footprints as far as pedals go, this is nice, compact, very pedal board friendly. So, if you've enjoyed this video, why not give it a like? Do share it with your classic fuzz pedal loving friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you are subscribed, or you just subscribed, be sure to hit the notification bell so that you are notified of new videos the second they become available. We hope you've enjoyed this review and demonstration of the Ramble FX unprofessional twin bender fuzz pedal. Once again, for Equipboard, my name is Kevin Doe. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.